This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. If you're drawn to this reading, we're taking a look at a particular connection, of course. I'm calling this reading a passionate love affair. Each and every sign will have a reading. So let's go ahead and take a look at that energy for you, whatever sign you are tuned in and watching. So focusing on connections that maybe in the beginning were super intense, very magnetic. You guys got along great, very compatible. And as time unfolded, perhaps things have cooled down, or you might not be with this person. Maybe you guys are at a distance from one another. You could be together, but going through some challenges. So I'm just kind of keeping it open to whatever presents itself here. I do have these decks that I am drawn to, and it was perfect that this was the very first deck, since that's what this reading is called, A Passionate Love Affair, the Whirlwind Romance Oracle. This one's by Angelic Revelation 144. And we're going to take a look at what went wrong, and ultimately, does this person have any regrets? So I'll be using both of these decks, my Shadows and Secrets deck, as well as Mystic Moon's Twin Flame Shadows. You don't, of course, have to identify with a twin flame connection. I'm just drawn to these particular decks here. And then lastly, we'll go ahead and take a look at what they need to tell you now at the time that you are tuned in and watching this reading. We'll be using Sister Moon Tarot's deck for that one. Relationship design cards. Of course, I'll clarify everything with various tarot decks. And let's get started. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what message comes through for you. Hi there, Aquarius. I hope you all are doing well. So let's get into some messages for you. We're going to first take a look at the current energies for your situation here. All right, so let's dive into that first, and then we'll continue with other questions here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aquarius, what do we need to know at this time? Current energies. Dating, okay, dating evenings out. It's definitely focused on your dating life. All right, what else? Ooh, claimed. A territorial lover. All right. That could be a good thing or a not so good thing. We'll see. Because sometimes it could be an unhealthy attachment, you know? You could be thinking of Pisces here, or you could have Pisces in your chart. And it does say the most compatible zodiac signs for Pisces is Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn, and another Pisces. So that's interesting. Could have started off pretty strong and passionate, certainly. But obviously Aquarius is not reflected in this card, so maybe you guys were at odds after a while. Especially for those of you who are in separation right now. So they could be feeling territorial, as we can see right there, even though a part of them still feels like, I don't want to say that they feel that you belong to them, but it is coming through a bit obsessive here. Let me grab one more card. And then we have bride and groom. That's interesting. So, I mean, some of you guys could be married to the person that you are thinking about for this reading, or this person coming through in your reading. All right, so bride and groom, love at first sight, past life soul spouse, getting married or eloping. Now, if you are getting married, we'll see how that comes through with the tarot. I'm just feeling here that you might be having second thoughts, or they've got second thoughts. Let's see. Let's see how that unfolds here. And I don't even know why I'm feeling that. This person could have second thoughts, but kind of feeling that for somebody. Maybe they've got cold feet. All right, so let's start with Calico Moon Oracle's deck here, the Pining Rose Tarot. I'm also getting several scenarios, actually, Aquarius. You know, for some of you guys, maybe you've just started a new relationship. You guys have been out on a date, or maybe several dates. And it could be one of those situations where someone's falling a lot faster than the other, you know, falling in love faster than the other person. So things could be a little bit out of balance there. But I'm also getting with this bride and groom card that you guys have talked about marriage, you guys have talked about a future together, but I'm also getting somebody with cold feet, whether they've expressed that or not, okay? All right, so Aquarius, let's see. Let's grab some tarot. Current energies. All right, so we do have Sagittarius coming in with the Temperance. That's another sign represented here. So in addition to what we're already seeing here, we can add Sagittarius to the mix. You know, so this represents having patience. It can represent balance, moderation. It can represent peace in a partnership. I'm also getting here that somebody feels that things are just moving a little bit too slow. They want things to move faster. You know, it's like, you haven't asked me to move in with you. We haven't even talked about marriage. You know, so I do feel there's somebody here with cold feet. I'm not quite sure where that's coming from, but that's what I'm getting. And now we see the Tower. Okay, so this right here is some sort of sudden change in the status of your relationship, Aquarius. I'm just ultimately feeling here it could have been short-lived. It could have been short-lived, and so things didn't pan out for this one. Definitely somebody that you were romantically linked to, or still are. And the thing is, I feel they love you, but I'm getting an obsessive type of love. You know, it's like they want it all with you, but maybe you don't feel the same way. So, yeah, they are feeling territorial. That's part of the vibe that's coming through here. Somebody who's territorial. And now we've got the Lovers. I gotta say, you know, this could be a third party that's feeling territorial, especially if some of you guys are already married or coupled up. So somebody might want to create some drama here and create this Tower if it hasn't happened already. If you feel torn, Aquarius, between, you know, somebody that you really see a future with and somebody that you feel perhaps more attracted to, either sexually or for whatever reason, you're just finding yourself to be more attracted to the other person. But there's also someone coming through here where you really can see long-term commitment there. But for some reason, I'm getting that you might feel more attracted to the other one. But yeah, something fell apart right here. Tower and the Ten of Swords. I mean, ooh, this was intense. Painful endings, betrayal, crisis, emotional wounds, upheaval, sudden change, chaos, revelation, divine intervention. It's almost like the universe stepped in to help you out in some way, even though it didn't feel like help, you know? Sometimes there's an unexpected lesson to learn there, a message that you needed to get from the universe. And it needed something like the Tower to wake you up a little bit. So what is that? Let's see what else for Aquarius. All right, we've got 2 cards coming in. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. And then we have the Ace of Cups. I mean, beautiful cards, no doubt. But we're seeing some challenges here with the Ten of Swords and the Tower. So there could be a part of you that could ultimately desire to just start over in your love life. And when I say start over, that could just be that you have decided to go your own way. You know, create a new avenue for you to start over with new people. But if that's not where you're at, you could just be focusing on you right now, which is not a bad thing. You know, to be able to work on yourself and to be able to fill that cup for you. Tower moments can deplete that Ace of Cups, where it empties out that cup and you got to start from scratch. Whatever you are destined for will find you. And if you needed to end this partnership because it just ended up going south for some of you guys, you'll know which path you need to travel. You know, but first focus on yourself. Love will find you when the time is right. And for those of you who are in separation, we do have the Six of Cups coming through. So they're kind of stuck in the past. They're thinking about the memories that you guys have shared. And if there were other people that got in the way of this connection, you know, they are remorseful, I feel. And then we have the Two of Cups. Marriage, partnership, mutual love, and we're seeing the bride and groom right there. So they still picture you in that way. Is it still possible to ultimately work this out? So we'll see. We'll continue to take a look at that situation. So now let's grab some insight focusing on what went wrong and do they ultimately regret it? I mean, before we even start this portion of the reading, I feel that they do. You know, but we clearly see challenges here. So let's dig a little bit deeper when it comes to those challenges. There could have been infidelity in the relationship. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aquarius. We've got the dragon. Fiery, hot temperament, spews out hurtful words during confrontations and arguments. Scare tactics, seldom gives true love. So that right there is a big time challenge. Look at this, unfaithful. These two could certainly go together. Adultery, philanderer, strumpet, incapable of being in a monogamous partnership, often caught cheating, scandalous behavior. Yeah, and that's why things ended in this way with the Tower and the Ten of Swords. Somebody was not trustworthy here. I'm also feeling if there came a point where you might have confronted them about this, they might have tried to turn things around on you and almost maybe accusing you of cheating on them. You know, I'm just kind of getting that type of energy. They could have said very hurtful things to you at this time as well, even though ultimately it was their fault. Let's grab another card here for Aquarius. Pessimistic Pete. So this represents a divine masculine in the relationship. A divine masculine who is a real Donnie Downer, a party pooper, hates to see their ex happy, wallows in their own misery and self-pity. Pessimist. Yeah, so yeah, the way this is coming through, it could be a divine masculine who has seen you, perhaps divine feminine, move on. Maybe at this point, you're either single and content, or you are in another relationship, or are interested in someone else, and this person can't handle it. Beauty sleep, okay. A promiscuous partner sleeps around third-party situations. Sneakiness, lies, a secret rendezvous. Let's grab a couple cards from Mystic Moon's deck here for Aquarius. So what went wrong? We're seeing a whole lot that went wrong here. Look at that, irresponsible. I mean, obviously we've got a bride and groom here, but they are skeletons. So this could be either a marriage or a relationship that's just dead in the water. Yep. It's empty. The tank is empty. The cup is empty. Wow, guys. All right, so some challenges for sure. So now let's take a look and see if they regret it. Again, I kind of feel that they already do, but let's get some clarification on that. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aquarius. All right, what do we need to know, please? Ooh, goodness. Okay, Three of Swords. The Lovers. Three of Cups. I mean, we've got threes coming in, so third-party situation, guys. And 3 plus 3 is 6. So the lovers can sometimes represent that third party. And then it's clarified right here with this card. Promiscuous partner sleeps around. And we have the divine masculine, perhaps, you know, either accusing you of doing the same thing, but maybe that's certainly not the case. Somebody was caught in the act. You know, they had a temper. They broke your heart. Separation right here. It wasn't easy to go through that. And you left them out in the cold. Hopefully that's what you did. If that is the case, and simply because we have a divine masculine card coming through here as someone who's pessimistic, but I'm just feeling here, divine feminine, that maybe you have moved on, or you're just focusing elsewhere. You're working on your own stuff. They hate to see you happy. And nothing's actually preventing this person from having the same thing. But they're so busy being this pessimistic person and just focusing on things that they shouldn't at this point. You know, it's like, move on. Oh my gosh. Move on. Moving forward. 6 of Swords. Leave it behind. I feel if you relate to this, you already have, or you're about to. Or if you're unsure what to do, it's telling you it's time to move on. Let it go. You can experience better. Bottom of the deck. Ace of Cups. There you go. Working on filling your own cup. Because there's new love coming in for you. So even if they did hurt you, and absolutely perhaps a very devastating experience, but once you're ready, you've got new love coming in. So I like that for you, Aquarius. All right, so let's go ahead and grab one more set of cards here. We're now going to take a look at what they need to tell you now. And I'm sure you have a whole lot to say to this person through this reading. All right, Aquarius, what does this person need to tell you now? A lot. Ooh, grieving, processing, letting go. Yeah. This was not a win-win situation. It was very painful. But I kind of feel, Aquarius, at this point where you're at in your life, you're more in a position to win than they are. Look at this. Dishonest, disloyal, broken, betrayal. Yeah. Projections, resentments, unresolved, angry. You could still have this person thinking about you, but maybe part of this anger is that they know that they screwed up. They had a good thing and they really ruined it. Yes, trust was definitely an issue. Loyalty, commitment, and partnership. And the last card, divine, of God's divinely orchestrated. Of God, divinely orchestrated, and divine counterpart. That is what you represented for this person, but they would have, at that time anyway, rather have spent time with a third party or just, you know, sleeping around, being promiscuous. And maybe they felt like they always had this to fall back on in case those situations didn't work. But you weren't going to stick around and wait for that, you know? So they lost you. And they know that. What they need to tell you now is that they know. They know what they did. They now feel the consequences of those actions. They know that they created a situation where you couldn't trust them. They know that they should have been loyal to the partnership. And that they basically threw away this beautiful connection that the universe blessed them with. Eight of Swords. Look at the next card. Look at this. Ace of Cups. Again, because of this betrayal, because of what they did, they ruined what you guys had here, which is a very deep love, a very special connection, wishing at this point they could try again. That's what they're thinking about, but maybe they feel like it's impossible at this point. So here they are, imprisoned by their thoughts. They did things very impulsively and look, created this. Can't get away from that tower moment. That is what they created. There's a reason why that's coming through in this reading. But since we're focusing on what they need to tell you at this point, is simply that they understand their role in all this, and perhaps through this reading they're finally able to take responsibility for why things played out the way that they played out. Nine of Cups. So they still wish to be a part of your life. You're still very much a part of their thoughts, their heart. They wish that they could be with you. But this is where we're at. Five of Pentacles. Left out in the cold. They're struggling through that, honestly. They are struggling through it. And it's going to take a lot for them to be able to get past this Eight of Swords. You know, and two tower moments. I mean, it didn't necessarily have to be two major shakeups in the relationship, but two cards. Literally, the tower. This is a lost foundation here. And they created the destruction of this partnership. And now they're sorry. And now they have so many regrets. And all they needed to do, honestly, here, Aquarius, was to be trustworthy, to be on the same page as you, just being together, loving each other, enjoying life. It really could have turned into such a beautiful life with you, you know, bride and groom. I mean, this is longevity right here. And you guys could have also had a past life together, and maybe in this lifetime, it felt like there was this familiarity the moment you guys met, the moment your eyes connected, and it literally says love at first sight. Feeling like you guys just belong. And they still claim that, remember? They still claim that. In their heart of hearts, they still feel like you guys belong together. But maybe in this lifetime, it had to come to this. You know? So that's where I feel this reading has to come to an end, Aquarius. It's a very matter-of-fact message that's coming through for you. If it came through in this way, and if it totally resonates with you, I feel you already know and understand why it's playing out in this way. Or if not, you know, maybe you're considering ending things because you might have a suspicion that you can't trust your person. I say, since this is a reading that you came across, and if you happen to be Aquarius, you got to follow through with what's going on in your heart and trust that gut, because you might find that what is in the dark will come to light. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to end this. If you're interested in your own reading, Aquarius, I'd love to be able to offer you insight on your situation. That link is down below in the description box, as well as the link to all the decks that you see here. Thank you guys so very much. I will see you in the next one. Take care.